The Shoei X-SPR Pro and the AGV Pista GP RR are both high quality full face helmets for the real sport race riders. Today we're going to compare these two race helmets to find out which one performs better out on the road. Hi everyone, Team for Champion Helmets here and welcome to our channel. In front of me I have the best racing helmets from the Italian brand AGV and the Japanese brand Shoei. Both helmets are great helmets and we're going to compare them in an in-depth review and road test to find out which one performs better. But before we go deeper into the specifications, we will start with some general points. The X-SPR Pro is approved according to the new ECE 2206 certification and the Pista GP RR still has the 2205 certification, but AGV is releasing 2206 certified helmets in the future. Both helmets are also FIM certified, which means that both these helmets are track legal. It has become mandatory at racing tracks that you wear a helmet that has a FIM certification if you want to race. If we look at the fit of the helmets, we can tell you that the X-SPR Pro has a round oval fit and the Pista GP RR an oval fit. The X-SPR Pro has a retail price of about 800 and the Pista GP RR of about 1,300 euros or US dollar. There is a big difference between these two helmets, which will be factored in our champion helmet score later in this video. We're going to start in the studio with the first part of this comparison, and that is a material part. And we immediately see a difference between these two helmets. The X-SPR Pro is made of Shoei's Advanced Integrated Matrix, or AIM Plus for short. This means that the X-SPR Pro is made of multiple layers of fiberglass and comes in 4 outer shell sizes. The Pista GP RR is made of carbon, which is the best material available and also comes in 4 outer shell sizes. The more outer shell size the better, and 4 outer shell size is a great amount to have. If we add up the material and the outer shell sizes, we see that the X-SPR Pro is 4 stars and the Pista GP RR 4.5 stars for the material part. We continue with an important part, and that is the weight. It is important to mention that helmets tested according to the new ECE 2206 certification are heavier compared to the 2205 certified helmets. This is because more material is used to pass this test. When we weigh the X-SPR Pro in a size M, the scale indicated 1,442 grams and the Pista GP RR in a size M about 1,500 grams, which is a remarkable result because helmets made of carbon are often lighter helmets than helmets made out of fiberglass. This ensures that both helmets earn a solid 4 stars for weight. Before we move on to the results of the road test, we're going to discuss the visor. The X-SPR Pro uses a CWR F2R visor, which is pinlock lens prepared and is included in the box. This visor has a two-dimensional shape which ensures that, when you are riding, the visor does not bulge. The Pista GP RR uses the Race 3 visor. The visor is also pinlock lens prepared and is included in the box. The Race 3 visor gives a wide and high field of view, which is nice for track riders. This is because when you are tucked in on the bike you can see further ahead and see hazards or other riders earlier compared to a normal visor. The biggest difference between these two helmets is the visor mechanism. The visor mechanism of the X-SPR Pro is stronger than the visor mechanism of the Pista GP RR. And the X-SPR Pro even uses a double locking system. This makes your visor even less likely to come loose from your helmet in case of an incident. Adding up all the points, we see that due to a less good visor mechanism, the Pista GP RR only earns 3 stars and the X-SPR Pro earns an amazing 4.5 stars for the visor. So much for the review in the studio, and we will now begin the road test. And before looking at the results, a quick reminder on how we collect our data. On the left side you see a white thermometer displaying the inside temperature of the helmet. This is connected to a sensor inside the helmet. Above in the middle you see the decibel meter. This is connected to a microphone that is placed near our rider's ear. This captures the noise as our riders hears it. In the middle you see the dashboard of the bike showing the riding speed of our test rider. Now that is clear, we can start the road test with the noise. Both helmets were tested under the same conditions, namely with a wind speed of 120 and a riding speed of 130 km an hour on long stretches of highway. These conditions make sure we can compare the helmets very well. The X-SPR Pro gave us a value of 99 decibel, which is a very good result. This also puts it in the list of the quietest motorcycle helmets we have tested until today. The Pista GP RR had a very disappointing result. In fact, the Pista GP RR had a result of 107 decibel, which is really loud. You have to keep in mind though that the Pista GP RR is a real racing helmet and those who buy this helmet often wear earplugs. But if we look at the results we see that the X-SPR Pro earns 4 stars and the Pista GP RR only earns 1 star for noise. Now that we are done with the noise, we move on to the ventilation. When we tested the Pista GP RR on the road, the outside temperature was 21 degrees and when testing the X-SPR Pro it was 23 degrees Celsius. So also for this part we can make a very good comparison. The X-SPR Pro has a total of 7 ventilation openings that you can open and close by means of a slider. All the air that enters the helmet can then escape through the 6 air vent outlets. The Pista GP RR has intake on the chin and 3 top vents. All the vents pull a lot of air through the helmet and then the warm air can escape through the 2 spoilers on the rear of the helmet. And if we look at the results of the road test, we can see that both helmets have the same inside as outside temperature. This means that both helmets have an excellent ventilation. Therefore, both helmets earned a great 4 stars for ventilation. We continue with the only subjective part of the road test, and that is the comfort. For the comfort part, we lean on the more than 15 years of riding experience of our test rider, who has also tested all the other helmets, so he can make the comparison like no other. Both helmets have removable, washable antibacterial inner lining. In addition, the X-SPR Pro has personal fitting, which gives an even better fit. AGV also added additional pads in the box for a better fit. Our test rider was impressed with the comfort of both helmets. They both felt very soft and comfortable. Our test rider also mentioned that the X-SPR Pro has some extra soft material in the inner lining behind the ears, which is nice, since this is an extra sensitive area. Adding everything up, the X-SPR Pro earned an incredible 5 stars for comfort and the Pista GP RR 4.5 stars. We have arrived at the last part of the comparison before showing the final scores, and this is the features. These are basically all the extra options that are put into the helmet, such as whether the helmet has been wind tunnel tested, whether they have certain certifications, or if the helmet is prepared for a communication system or hydration system, and so on. The Pista GP RR has a quick release pads, which is a big plus. The helmet has been wind tunnel tested, which has resulted in a slim and aerodynamic design. The helmet is also, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, FIM and ECE certified, and the helmet is prepared for hydration system for longer races. The X-SPR Pro also has an emergency quick release system, which is an important feature. The emergency quick release makes sure that the helmet can be taken off safely in the event of an incident. The helmet is also prepared for a hydration system. Shoei is still developing the hydration system and will be sold in the near future. The X-SPR Pro has also been wind tunnel tested and is FIM and ECE 2206 certified. If we look at the closure of the helmets, we see that both helmets have a double D closure, which is the best closure a helmet can have. If we add up all the features, we see that the X-SPR Pro earns a solid 4 stars and the Pista GP RR 3 stars for features. Now that we've discussed every part of the comparison in the studio and the road test, we can add up all the earned results. This will give us an average score, and if we factor in the price, we will get a clear, fair result. The AGV Pista GP RR has an average of 3.5 stars, for which you pay €52 per earned star. And the Shoei X-SPR Pro has an average of 4.2 stars, for which you pay €27 per earned star. This means that the Shoei X-SPR Pro performs better on the road and gets more value for money. The X-SPR Pro was better on the parts visor, noise and comfort, and the Pista GP RR was better on the material part. Do you think the Shoei X-SPR Pro or the AGV Pista GP RR is something for you? Then be sure to take a look in our webshop, championhelmets.com, where we always offer the lowest price guarantee and have great discount bundles. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more comparison videos, road tests or guides. Thank you for watching. My name is Timo for Champion Helmets, and until next time.